يعطيكم العافية. إن شاء الله تكونوا لساتكم صحيين. اسمي عبد، شغال مع كريم Product Manager بالماشين Learning and AI platform. I'm very excited to be here today. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here to tell you a story about a Middle Eastern tech company that leapfrogged the region and delivered value with AI at its core. So our mission at Careem is to simplify the lives of people and build an organization that really inspires. Today, we are in 14 countries, more than 100 cities, and we have more than 3,000 amazing colleagues. We have more than 1 million captains and more than 30 million customers. So we have expanded beyond the mobility and ride-hailing. Now we have delivery and we have payments as well. So you would think why AI is important for a company like Careem. So Careem, if you think about it, is a marketplace, souk, adi. So what we really optimize for every day is that efficiency of this marketplace. We help people, we match demand, people who want to get from point A to point B, with captains who are willing to do the service. So the more efficient we do this, the more lucrative and profitable the business becomes. There's a lot of things that AI empowers us to do when it comes to marketplace. One of the things is basically the ability to predict demand and supply. So we would know how many customers will make a booking in Amman in the next 2 hours or in the next month. We would know how many customers and captains we have in a certain city or need a certain car type. AI helps us also to fulfill our promise to the customers when it comes to the ETA, the expected time of arrival that you see on your app, and also to predict the behavior of customers and captains, like cancellation and acceptance rate. So raise your hand if you had this experience. You open Careem app, and then you see few cars, and then once you book, you are matched with a different car that is not the closest to you. Who had this experience before? Okay, great. So did you think, like, what is this? What is the system? It's like wrong, what's going on? And I think this is a very simple problem where AI is actually empowering the whole thing. And this problem is almost impossible to solve without AI. And the beauty of the AI here, it's invisible. You don't see it. There is no robot, there is no shiny thing. It's actually AI under the hood that is improving the efficiency of our marketplace. So let's do this example together. There is a captain called Abdullah and a customer called Sarah. She's 6 minutes away, and you're the dispatcher. You just make this trip happen. Assign Abdullah to Sarah. But what if there is another customer that is called Ahmed and who's 8 minutes away? Sarah is still 6 minutes away. What do you think? Sarah, right? But what if there is a machine learning model that tells you the probability of cancellation for Sarah is 80%, and the probability for cancellation for Ahmed is only 10%? Then I think you start questioning and saying, oh, we might as well dispatch to Ahmed because he's going to make a trip, and this is the efficiency of the marketplace. But then you keep adding layers on top of that. What if Sarah is going to downtown while Ahmed is going to the airport, and we know that we have a lot of demand happening at the airport in 30 minutes, right? So you start thinking about what should we do? And this problem, if you think about it, is a simple binary classification problem where we try to predict if this is going to be a completed booking or actually a canceled booking. And there are so many features that we use. There are so many variables that are integrated into this AI system. Some of them are contextual features, like the time of the day of the week. The behavior is different from Sunday to a Friday. There is the credit versus a cash trip. There is also captain and customer features. If you were to write those rules as if statements, you would have thousands of rules. And those rules are different per city. So you need to write rules for Amman, rules for Karachi, rules for Cairo. And if you need to make a change, then it's going to be like good luck with that. So AI is the only way to do this in a very automatic and very accurate way. I'll give you another example of where we use AI at Careem. So there is something called time series forecasting, which helps us to predict time series in general. This is basically a prediction of the demand in Cairo. So this is a heat map that shows you the prediction and the reality per hour. So this model was accurate around 93%. So you can know a month ahead what's going to happen in your city. And this helps us kind of like know where to place captains and where to apply different pricing. Another example as well is something that is maybe in different markets this is more common, where when you pay with cash, some customers don't pay cash. So this is like a fraudulent kind of experience where they don't pay in cash and then just like abandon the platform. So we need to know and we need to predict if this is one of those trips. So if this is one of those trips, we don't even dispatch because that's a loss on Careem, that's a loss for captains as well. There is also another fraudulent case that happens when captains try to use mock locations to change their location. They might put their location as the airport when they're like somewhere else just to get that trip. And this delivers a very bad customer experience. So if you look at it, this is very simple. You can actually detect that with your eyes. You understand which one is the mock because like obviously you can't fly like between buildings like the one in the middle. But then we need to extract those features in a way that we can train a machine learning model to automatically detect if this is a mock location or not. So I'll give you very high level, again, more examples because you have so many machine learning problems. And this is to kind of reinforce that there is no silver bullet. There is no one model that you can apply and solve all of your problems. You have to really understand what kind of problem is that, and then basically design your solution to match this problem. So there is like the ranking problem. We have an app called Careem now that you can order food from. And then the ranking of those restaurants is basically using machine learning based on your taste. There is another machine learning problem called recommendation. This is where when I open the app at my office, I get the option to select, do I need to go home or do I need to go to Al Majara Tower? Classification is basically what we have mentioned around the cache prediction. Regression is when we want to predict a numerical value. We use that in our LTV, customer lifetime value prediction. Clustering is when we put similar things together. And in this experience, we have clustered different pickup points, the purple points, to optimize for the pickup experience. And anomaly, when you need to know when things actually are not supposed to be. Like this is basically when something happens with your system or there is an anomaly happening in your system. We have an in-house system called Black Swan that actually helps us with that. And this is a machine learning problem. So this is all nice. How did we do that? I'll tell you our strategy. How much? 1 minute? Okay, quickly. So our strategy of being an AI-first company, but first I'll take one step back and just to ask, what is an internet company? If you have a shopping mall and then you build a website, you don't automatically become an internet company, right? An internet company, you do a lot of A/B testing, the decisions are pushed to the engineers, and similarly, you don't just deploy a machine learning model or a deep learning model and call yourself an AI company. If you want to become an AI company, you have to have strategic data acquisition, unified data warehousing, you create those new roles like machine learning engineer. And this is what we have at Careem. We have invested a lot of time and efforts on building big data capabilities for storing our data warehousing for organizing and sharing the data across the organization, the machine learning infrastructure to automate this process, and very importantly, the know-how across our colleagues, as mentioned by a lot of the speakers, basically training all of our colleagues, not only engineering or tech, to understand what is the value of AI and how can they implement AI in their work. So I'll end up with this.
Careem, start something.
So I hope this really inspired you to get into AI. And I really hope that you go out and start something. Start talking about AI, start learning about AI, start advancing your company, your university, and everything using AI. And if you need any help getting into AI or like product management in general, please feel free to email me. Thank you so much.